Hello, MJ lovers. In today's class, we are going to learn how to make this beautiful tiered dress. So, if you want the upper part of the dress, I'll post a link under this video and it will lead you to how to make the upper part of it. But we are concentrating on the skirt today. Hip measurement of 40 divided by 4, that's 10. And we're going to add 1.5 as a seam allowance and then 1 inch for ease, because it can't be tight on the body. There's supposed to be a bit of ease. There are different ways of making tiered dress, but this is one way that I'm showing you today. Our skirt length of 42.5. Sorry, it wasn't showing on screen. We are going to do 4 tiers, and the last tier will be deducted from the length. So instead of 42.5, we are going to have a last tier of 10.5. So our skirt length is going to be 32 plus hem allowance of half inch. So you join from the waist to the hip and then from the hip to the hem. We are using the lining to cut our skirts, and then we will lay our tiers on them. You can also use the main fabric, nothing wrong with that, but my main fabric wouldn't be enough to cut the skirts and the tiers as well. Guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, kindly hit on the subscribe button, drop a comment for me, and drop a like as well. Thank you. This is me cutting the back skirt, giving 1 inch allowance for zip. We are not adding that to the back. Now that we are done cutting them out, you are going to split the back into 2 and then join them on both sides. Great. Now the next thing is to mark where you're going to place your tiers. So half inch for joining the upper bodice to the skirt, and then from there we measure our first point of 10.5, and then the second 10.5, and then the last will be for the third tier, and there will be half inch underneath that is going to be joined to the last tier. So let's connect straight lines to our points so that when we are placing the tier, it's not going to cheer. You understand? Like no, no bending, no curves, no slanting. I hope you get me. Okay. So make sure you have the straight line that will guide you when you are placing the tiers. Guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't. When you're done with that, the next thing is to cut your tiers. So what we are going to do is the first tier, which is 10.5 long, 10.5 inches long, plus half an inch. That's going to be a seam allowance to join it up to the upper bodice, and then 1 inch, that's going to be an overlap to cover the second tier. You get it? So 10.5 plus half, making 11, plus that 1 inch, making 12, and then we give it another 1 inch, making 13, and that extra 1 inch is going to be a hem. So you hem it half, and the width is going to be your waist measurement times 3. So I'm using a waist measurement of 27, so times 3, that's going to give us 81. Then we are going to gather it back into 27, and you make sure you leave 1 inch at both ends that are not gathered, so that we can use that to close our zip. Our second tier when measured is 47.5, so you can multiply it by 3, or you can choose to deduct 2 from it for the zipper side, and then you multiply 45.5 by 3. Our third tier gives us 51.5. You can repeat same times 3, or you can do 49.5 times 3, and then the hem of it gives us 55.5, and so you multiply that 2 by 3. When you gather all, you make sure hem them before you gather to make it easy to stitch. Make sure you've hemmed all half, making 1 inch, and then when you are done, you gather them and you come in place. So this is our first placement. Now see how I laid them. So you will lay it with the gathered part facing down instead of up. So it's facing the opposite direction, and then you stitch it 1/2 inch and then you flip it over. Yeah, you can also choose to do your knitting before stitching, whichever way is all cool. So this is how it looks from the inside after stitching. And then when you flip it over, this is what you're going to get. You're not going to see the edges, everything is covered. The top is laying on the second one covers the third, and that covers the fourth, and they are laid straight. Even okay, so you're going to knit the last part of it, or find a way to finish it neatly. So this is our finished work. Now you're going to join the back together at 1 inch, and then you add your zipper to it, add your upper bodice, and you are done. This is the final work, guys. Is this not nice? Make yours and then come to the comment section. Let's know how it went. What else do you want to learn? Drop it in the comment section and I'll make a video on it. Thank you. See you in the next class.